Luke Burbank now on a hair-raising issue for some dads.
Once upon a time, the most powerful, most respected men in the world had the most robust of facial hair. Today, though, let's be honest. Walking into a bar full of large dudes with large beards, drinking large beers, can be intimidating, to say the least. And Fred Ramirez says he knows why.
We see it in cartoons.
Oh, you ornery fur-bearing critter! I'm Yosemite Sam!
We see it in movies.
Pathetic earthlings.
It's built in. It's subconscious, and it happens. Beard, bad guy.
Thank you for making it.
Fred Ramirez, or Fred Von Knox, as he's known on social media, is the founder of the Bearded Villains, a group dedicated to doing good and changing perceptions about guys with beards.
Have you considered giving every bearded villain a puppy to carry, just at all times, so they just look non-threatening?
You know, it may get lost in the beard. I don't know.
The Villains started off as an Instagram feed of, you guessed it, dudes with beards, and since has become the largest beard club in the world with 85 chapters worldwide.
I'm Luke.
This clean-shaven correspondent met some of them recently in California and learned you do not use the word clean-shaven around the proudly hirsute.
If a man likes the shaved look, I refuse to say clean-shaved. There's no such a clean shave. It's either shave or not.
You feel like clean shave is unfair because it assumes that not shaving is dirty.
Exactly.
The Villains say they face significant beard-related discrimination. Bearded villain Adrian Escamilla used to work at a bank.
One day they decided it was an issue, and yeah, they gave me an ultimatum. They told me get rid of the beard or find an employer that's more tolerating of the beard. Yeah.
It turns out you can be fired for having a beard.
We do not have a constitutional right to wear a beard. It's been tested in the Supreme Court in 1976.
Christopher Oldstone Moore would know. He's a history professor at Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio, who wrote the book on beards.
Do men have actually the right to grow their hair as they wish? That's an interesting civil rights question. The Supreme Court has recently ruled in favor of a Muslim prisoner in a federal prison. So the Supreme Court is tolerant of beards for religious reasons, but not for any other reason.
According to Professor Oldstone Moore, there's still a long way to go before beards gain full acceptance in our modern American world.
We still have a norm, a shaving norm in our culture that's well established, and so anyone who deviates from that norm is in some regards suspicious.
And yet, who could be more trustworthy than this guy? Shouldn't that put some of the suspicions to rest?
What people don't realize is that at the beginning of Christian history, for the first 4 centuries, during the Roman era, he was most often depicted as a clean-shaven. We have absolutely no physical description of him at all.
According to Oldstone Moore, the Jesus we see in pictures acquired his beard during the Middle Ages, when beards came into fashion. Messianic portraiture history aside, Fred Von Knox of the Bearded Villains is steadfast in his mission to change the world, one follicle at a time.
What is a guy like me supposed to do? I haven't shaved for 2 weeks. This is like a medical condition.
You can keep trying.
Trying hasn't worked. What about guys that can't grow a beard? They can't be part of the Bearded Villains?
I'm sorry. We respect you all, but no, not this time.
About as polite a rejection as you'll ever get.